Hey YouTube, Rando here. So we had some pretty cool finds this week too, actually, and I wanted to come share them with you guys. Now first and foremost, some of you may remember this one if you've been with me for a while, been a sub of mine, then you know that we've already got a Draco, sold it, and this is actually the same exact one. Didn't fired very few rounds through it before I sold it, and then my cousin's the one who bought it. We both collect guns, so our guns are kind of interchanging sometimes. We do trades and whatnot, and that's what we worked out on this one. I had the one of my ARs that I was actually going to sell, and it's $1,000 AR. $1,000 ARs are hard to get rid of. You know, when I tried to sell my CMT, it was $2,500, and you know, it was a hard sell. It took me about 6 months to sell that gun. So guns you know, that are that expensive are usually harder to move than smaller, cheaper guns, or cheaper guns rather. I guess not smaller, but cheaper guns. People don't mind plucking out $500 for a gun. When they're going to buy a $1,000 gun, they usually do it in a shop, and they usually do it on layaway. So I was going to sell it, and I've just been debating because I have a couple of ARs, so I really didn't need it. So I took everything off of it, made it bone stock, AP4, DPMS, AR-15. I paid $850 for the gun. I think right now they're harder to find. You can barely find the AP4s anymore, and they sell for right around $900 to $1,000, somewhere in that price range. So not much more than what I paid for it, but a little bit more. Now these Dracos, when I first bought this pistol, I paid $350 for it. And that was out of the door with the gun, FFL, everything. $350. Then when they talked about putting them on the ban list, they shot up to about $500 for this particular model. Now, this model right here, it's the CIA, I believe, Romanian Draco AK-47 pistol. It sells for about $500 to $600. Some places you look for this exact model, it's $650 to $700. So it's all over the board. And there's different models as well. There's like a generation gap. I guess there's Gen 1, Gen 2, something like that. Something along those lines. At least I know there is with the next one I'm going to show. But they sell for different prices. The cheapest you can find the gun's $550 with your FFL, transfer, shipping and everything, and that's through Buds, and it's $499, and it's not this model, it's a cheaper model. So that we're going to call that a $500 gun. Now this next one I actually paid less for. It was about the same price. I want to say it was about $350 when I bought it. And when I sold it, and I know people are going to remember this one, I did an unboxing on this one. This is probably the first gun review I did when I had my channel. You know, I never showed a gun for a year and a half on my channel. And finally I was like, screw it, when I get a good gun for a good deal, I'll put it in my finds videos. And that's how I did it for a long time. I just recently, about 6-7 months ago, started doing gun reviews, like got comfortable enough to show some of my guns here on YouTube. I still get uncomfortable with it, like when people have questions and whatnot. I'm not a gunsmith, I don't know. But I try to look it up and answer it as best I can. But this is a Kel-Tec Sub 2000. Now, like I said, these guns were going for about $350. Now, you can't find a Gen 1 9mm Sub 2000 anymore, and when you do, they're super expensive. I think there's some problems with the Gen 2, and so everybody that buys one wants a Gen 1. Even the Gen 2s, and that's the only thing I could find looking up was about the Generation 2s, and they are about, I think MSRP was like $500, something like that, and that's about what they go for about $500 to $550. Still, even the Gen 2s are hard to find, and that's in 40 cal. If you want it in 9mm, add $100 to the price, so you're looking at probably at least $600. Maybe you can get it for cheaper, $550 if you buy the 9mm used like this or something. So we're going to say $500 a piece on those. So I feel like I got my money back because I got this one back. Now this gun's had a lot of rounds ran through it. I've probably ran 1,500 rounds through it easily, and I know he ran 400 or 500 through it. He didn't shoot it a whole bunch, but it's a fun gun to shoot. We're going to do a review on this one and that one because I have thoughts on both of them about you know, shooting them and owning them and what they're good for and what they're not good for. So we are going to do some reviews on these two guns, but this is probably one that I'm going to keep. I'll never sell this one again. It's, like I said, getting harder to find. I'm going to buy some spare parts for it, get some Glock mags for it. It takes a Glock 17 magazine, so you can buy, Glock 17 drums for it and whatnot. So we're going to look into buying some accessories for it and keeping it. We're not gonna sell it again. The Draco will probably get sold just because, well, I'll talk about that in my review. But I wanted to come share these finds with you. I thought it was a good deal because no matter what, I can still get 500 out of the Draco, and then I get a sub 2000 Gen 1 without actually having to search for it. I own the gun. I know the gun hasn't been abused. It was under the seat of my truck for a little while. Got a little bit of just light rust right there around that ring. Not bad at all, and it was on there when I sold him the gun. So, and I sold it to him for more than what I paid for it. So, I still feel like I got a good deal. Something I paid $850 for, and I picked up two guns that, yes, I've already owned, but this one, very fun to shoot. So, we'll probably take that one out and shoot it this weekend. Come back and do a full review on it. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, YouTube.